The mystery of AI memory. Imagine discussing next quarter strategy with an AI assistant. It recalls your preferred style, references previous meetings, and answers follow-up questions without pause. But then you realize, sometimes it forgets. This leaves us pondering, how does AI remember context, and why does it sometimes fail? What is context in AI conversations? Before we dive into memory, let's clarify context. In conversations, context includes everything previously said, the tone, goals, and sometimes related facts or preferences. For an AI, preserving context means understanding not just the words, but the meaning, intent, and relationships between ideas. Modern AIs don't have human memory, but they do store and use conversational history. This memory shapes responses and guides the flow of dialogue, mimicking a natural exchange. The mechanics of context preservation. How does an AI keep track? Most modern chatbots and assistants use architectures called transformers, where the context is stored in a sequence of tokens, fragments of text. As you converse, everything you type and everything the AI replies is added to a temporary window known as a context window. This window acts like a digital notepad. The AI constantly reviews what's inside. If your conversation is short, it can review everything. If it's long, it selectively focuses, sometimes dropping earlier pieces as the window fills up. The context window, capacity and limits. AI systems operate within limits. GPT-4, for example, remembers about 8,000 to 32,000 tokens, roughly a few thousand lines of text. When you exceed that, older information slips out. Imagine trying to fit an entire novel's plot into a few pages of notes. Some details will be lost. So, if you discuss company policies for an hour, earlier rules may fade from memory. The capacity of this window determines how much the AI can reference. Larger windows allow more nuanced conversations. Smaller ones require frequent reminders or summaries. How AI remembers attention and algorithms. Within the window, AIs use a method called attention to decide what's important. Think of attention as a spotlight, focusing more on recent or relevant statements and less on irrelevant ones. Algorithms weigh the importance of each token. That's why mentioning your agenda multiple times helps reinforce it. Sometimes, AIs can be prompted to summarize or remember key points periodically. These summaries are stored within the context window, making it easier for the AI to maintain essential information. When AI forgets, common triggers. But what causes context to be lost? Firstly, capacity. If the window fills, the oldest items drop off. Secondly, ambiguity. If your instructions aren't clear or consistent, the AI may deprioritize them. Thirdly, shifts in topics or abrupt changes can confuse the model's attention mechanism, pushing prior information out. For example, after a long discussion about marketing, switching to HR might make the AI forget earlier details about marketing unless you remind it or transition smoothly. Memory beyond context, specialized solutions. Some advanced platforms use external memory systems, databases, notebooks, or APIs to permanently store facts. Here, the AI can recall details even after the window resets. However, this requires explicit design and privacy considerations. Some assistants are trained to create summaries or memory objects as stand-ins for long-term recall. Strategies for context management. To help your AI remember, repeat important facts periodically, use explicit reminders or summaries, transition smoothly between topics, keep conversations within manageable length for critical tasks, consider using AIs that integrate with external sources for persistent memory. Case study: meetings with AI assistants. Consider a professional setting. You meet weekly with an AI-powered assistant. Early on, It remembers your workflow preferences and recurring agendas.